Good evening to you and welcome to your evening newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. My name is Joshua Van Slyckman. Despite the fact that the government is yet to sign off on any of the required approvals or licenses for the development of the Yellowtail oil field in the Stabroek Block, ExxonMobil Guyana has linked a large contract for the subsea installation for that project. The news was disclosed on Monday by Technip FMC, which said a large contract is between $500 million and US dollars and $1 billion US dollars. It was noted, however, that the full contract award will not be included in the inbound orders until the project receives final investment decision and government approvals. The news of the large contract comes on the heel of recent report that Esso was already in talks with SBM Offshore, the Dutch floater specialist that construct the first two FPSO vessels for the company to construct the Yellowtail FPSO. Those negotiations were being had even before the public scoping exercise had been completed. Guyana's mid-year report on its financial performance and stand-in as a country reported its total stock of debt to be sum of $3 billion US dollars, and according to former Finance Minister Winston Jordan, the country's ballooning debt should be concern to all Guyanese. According to Jordan, the administration signaled intention to borrow several billions more and based on the assumption that the oil resources will continue to earn at the current world market price at some $80 US dollars per barrel. According to the former finance minister, the fact that none of the large-scale projects have been factored into the quotation should be of concern. Jordan referenced a recent confirmation on part of Vice President Barrett Jagdeo and first reported in another section of the media that the government will be looking to access some $1.5 billion US dollars in loans from China. These additional debts to be contracted, according to Jordan, do not even include the regular borrowing from institutions like the World Bank, the Korean Development Bank, and the IDB, among others. Meanwhile, despite the clear-cut requirement by law for the environmental impact assessment of ExxonMobil's Yellowtail project to be produced by an independent organization, the draft document was co-signed by PPP candidate in the 2020 election, Sham Nokta, thereby sparkling questions with regard to the credibility of the document. During the consultative session of the Yellowtail project hosted by the EPA and the consultancy firm, the Environmental Resources Management ERM and ESSO, environmentalist Simone Mangle-Jolly highlighted this flaw as she questioned the legitimacy of the document. Mrs. Mangle-Jolly further noted that the EIA document never referenced a conflict of interest and that there was also no explanation of how such a conflict was addressed in the production of work. ERM representative Jason Willey explained that Nokta's signature was indeed on a draft version of the non-technical study, and even though his data was used in the production of the EIA, his company was not directly involved. The opposition's shadow minister for the oil sector, David Patterson, has submitted a motion to Parliament which calls on the Natural Resources Minister Vikram Barra to explain the government's failure to audit $9 billion US dollars in expenses incurred by ExxonMobil on the Stabroek Block. In this regard, he wants to know the specific reason for the discontinuation of the tender evaluation for the auditors for that job, as well as for the minister to name the person who made the decision to discontinue the evaluation process. In the motion, Patterson wants the minister to confirm if an audit of Exxon's pre-contract costs totaling $460 million US dollar up to 2015 has been completed. If the answers is in the affirmative, Patterson wants the minister to provide a copy of the document to the National Assembly. And finally, at this time, out of the 15 contractors who bid to construct a vocational school for the Lusignan prison, a project which falls under the Ministry of Home Affairs, bid at half price that is estimated to construct the building. According to the engineer's estimate, the cost to build the school is $113,441,780. The company that bid the lowest was A. Nazir & Son Contracting and General Supplies, which revealed that they can build the school for the tune of $60,015,249. Meanwhile, the highest bidder was that of DKE Enterprise, which bid a total of $139,653,875. This project was among 13 government projects which were opened yesterday at the National Procurement and Tender Board Administration Office located at the Ministry of Finance building. And with that, we've come to the end of your main newscast right here on the Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Let me remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at a newsstand near you, or head across to our website at Kaieteur News